welcome back to Saxthorpe Farms, and a bit of a random one today, a bit of an almost live, I guess, and part of today I'm going to be demoing, testing, showing off a new mod by Mark H, or Time Wasting Mods, so the creator of Time Saving Stock Check, and that's the major service mod. So this is in development at the moment, and this partly came about from the video that I did on kind of the costs and the things that go into what builds up repair bills, and then there was a comment on that video from someone about saying, well, it'd be really good if you could do a major service on a vehicle and reset some of the ever increasing repair costs. So if you watched that video, then you might remember. If you didn't, you should go watch it. So I'm recording in the living room with the 4 dogs, so there will be the odd interrupt. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. And what happens with repair costs, and thank you for the reminder, Mark, is that the cost to repair a certain percentage of damage is the same, however old or worn the vehicle is. But what changes is the rate at which you accumulate damage, and particularly once a vehicle gets over 25 hours, so we're at 50 odd hours here, you start to accumulate damage at quite a high rate, and so that means the repair bills for doing a job get higher. So, you know, the amount of damage you take for doing an hour's work increases. And what the major service mod will do is reset that. So currently it's set to recommend it every 50 hours. I think the plan is it's going to be every 25. And what it'll do is it'll essentially zero those hours out when it comes to calculating the repair costs. So that's going to be really cool. So we've got Defend, which has got, as I said, 50 odd hours on it. There is 3 grand's worth of repair on it. So, and that's based on the fact that there is 30% damage, and that won't change because 30% damage is always going to cost £3,000 to repair. What will change is that when we do the service, it will take more work to accumulate that 30% worth of damage. So I'm going to repair the tractor, and then we'll service the tractor, and you'll see there's a little bit of actually before I do that, so next recommended service is due now because it's currently set to 50 hours and we're at nearly 55, so I think it's going to be 25. So we'll get it serviced, and then I think, yeah, there we go. So the last service was done at 54 hours, and next service is due in 49 hours because it recommends currently every 50. I think Mark's going to set that to 25. So yeah, what that should do now is mean that when we do work in Defend, it's still showing that it's got 55 hours on it, but it should accumulate damage at a rate as if it was a new tractor. So that's really cool. If you've got vehicles that have got a lot of hours on them, you'll know how quickly they accumulate damage. So before we do any more work with the 7230, which has got 108 hours on it, I am going to get that serviced as well. It doesn't need a repair. It was relatively recently repaired, but what that's going to mean is that when I carry on working with this guy, the baler is okay. So you'll see that the repair cost is currently set to 5% of, I think it's the purchase cost of the vehicle, not the value that's shown here. So we'll get this one serviced as well for £2,500. And that's going to make so if we just go in now, you'll see last serviced at 108 hours. And that's going to mean that in this tractor, we accumulate damage so much more slowly. Grabbed the bale trailer between the last dog interrupt, and we are going to clear the bales off of what was the oat field, and get those in the shed. I also kicked off course plate again, working on mulching and ploughing in the big cornfield that we silage, because that does need finishing. So yeah, we'll get that done. We're going to get these bales in the shed, and then we'll do a bit of planning. So today's going to be a bit of a weird one. I've had, it's been quite a while since I've recorded really on either of these, although there was a video on here relatively recently. I think all of the game footage was actually recorded quite a while ago. So let's check. Yeah, I did plug my laptop in. So yeah, the game footage was actually recorded quite a while ago. So it's been a while since I've played on here, and to get over that kind of hurdle that I always seem to have, I thought this would be a nice little video. Have a look at Mark's new mod. Do a little bit of an intro to that. So that mod is kind of work in progress, not quite finished yet, but I think it's going to be a really nice addition to the game, because what it's going to do is, like tractors like this where we've got 100 odd hours on it. It was bought used, and then I've used it a fair bit. It's suddenly going to make them much more viable for keeping them as, usable things on the farm. So yep, definitely a really cool thing to have. I think if you've got any feedback on that, then feel free to stick it below. Do you think 5% of the vehicle cost is enough to do a major service on a vehicle? That kind of thing. I'm really I've got the Big Fenk combine, which has got, I think that's not quite got 50 hours on it, but that was getting so that it was costing me like 25 grand to service it. So if I can reset that, then yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that, and cutting down some of my maintenance costs. We need to switch the unload side, and then we can unload it. So yeah, that's. I think it's going to be a very popular mod, if I'm honest. And yeah, so it's not gone to Mod Hub yet. It's not finished kind of internal testing yet. If internal is the right word. So I'm using it to test it a little bit. I did a little bit of testing this morning with it, and it was like instantly went and asked questions because I'd forgotten some stuff about how repair works and that kind of thing. I got reminded that someone had done a video on it, and yeah, it all then came flooding back to me. And I know Mark's trying to get it tested with multiplayer, make sure it works with that. I know he's tried to make sure that it doesn't conflict with some of the other repair based mods. So yeah, it's going to be a nice addition. It's going to be a very nice addition to the game. So it's been a while since I've done a video like this. Is sort of almost live. I've been doing a bit of streaming lately, which has been fun. I had half planned to do that today, but the work day was kind of long. Had many Teams meetings today, and yeah, I'm now in charge of the dogs, so I can get a few other bits and pieces done, and yeah, maybe later, I don't know. Rumour says no. So if you don't know, our dog's Rumour is our Welsh collie. He says no. He's gone to get a drink. I'll be back. There we go. That the lovely sound of dogs drinking, which you won't have heard, but they've not long had their dinner, so they're all still getting settled for the evening. Oh well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, a few things, I guess, or a few other things. Number one is remember to turn off bale mode before you try and unload the trailer. Let's get this out of the way. Can't talk and drive and think. Last time I brought the big animal trailer, and I was having issues with that and the Volvo trucks that we have. So I've installed a mod that I've never used before. The recommendation from Smock Farmer. He had shared in the past a bunch of pictures of it on Discord, and it's kind of cool looking. It's quite different to anything that I've used before. It's not something you'd ever see, certainly on the roads in the UK. I think it's more something you might see, you know, on like in an industrial setting. But yeah, I'm kind of tempted to give this guy a go. So if we jump into, I think it's under trucks. It's the Man TGS 6x4 Special. It's kind of funky looking. I kind of feel that it might have a bit more ground clearance than the old Volvo trucks that we've got. It's got a few engine options which include nearly 900 horsepower, so suddenly we won't have power problems. We've got a few wheel options, including some rather nice Nokians, including I quite like, I think it was the Ground Kings. Yeah, I quite like these. We can get a trailer hitch as well, which will actually, that's got a PTO. That's quite interesting. So certainly trailer hitch will be useful, and tires like this for getting other jobs done. So yeah, 157,000. The two Volvos we've got are essentially worthless, but I think, you know, once we've sold another batch of products from the homebrew, we probably would be able to look at maybe picking that guy up. I think that could be a nice addition to the farm. Hello, Gideon. The other Greyhound has just walked in. I think he's going to make a fair bit of noise. Yep, he did, but he's got himself comfortable now, so hopefully that's all of the dogs settled down for a little while till one of them decides they need to get up again. I'm guessing it'll probably be a collie, but who knows? Who knows which one it will be? I've also decided that this is not the most ergonomically optimal setup. So I'm sat in the armchair with the microphone attached to the side table next to me. I've got the portable monitor kind of wedged between the arm of the armchair and the arm of the sofa next to it. And yeah, it really is not good, but it works, I guess. So I shouldn't complain too much. Yeah, so we're not going to achieve huge amounts in this video today, but in terms of future jobs that we've got to do, because I did have a little bit of a look earlier. So we've got a couple of fields that are ready to harvest. That's where the bad ergonomics of this setup don't help, because I can't easily swing the view around, so I can't quickly grab the mouse like I would normally do. Let's see if this view works. So yeah, we've got a couple of fields that are ready to harvest. We've got, I think it's fields 5 and 8, so canola and sorghum are ready to be harvested. The grass is also ready to be mown, so we've got a fair few things to get done. We've also got the straw on the big wheat field that I was harvesting last time to get baled. So I think what I might do is I might get the straw baled off camera. I'm not sure, but maybe. And I'm going to just leave Courseplay to finish mulching and ploughing field 26. Because that's just the job that's going to still take like 2 hours to get done. So no one really wants to watch 2 hours of a field being ploughed, particularly. Well, I don't think they do. It's not even like it's therapeutic, like it's a real plough. So, yep. So I'm doing it again with all the so's. It's Wednesday evening at the moment. I'm not sure what day this video will release. So what I'm going to say will be out of date to some extent, whatever. But the improvised animal sheds is still in testing. It's kind of weird. I saw on FS Club's Facebook page. I don't know why I follow them, but anyway, the mod testing list is very short. There's like 10 mods on there or something, but still a 10-day wait for mods to be tested and 200 odd mods waiting to be tested. And yes, it's been like basically a week nearly that the improvised animal sheds has been in testing, and I can only assume that Giants are very, very short of mod testers. Whether it's people are off sick or something, I don't know. I'm not complaining, you know. They test it when they test it. It's just kind of observing, I guess, that it's been a while. And I thought it was kind of interesting that the mods in testing list was so short, yet the wait list was really quite long. So I thought that was kind of strange. But, you know, say they might have people out ill. You don't know. You don't know. I will just patiently wait and see what happens. What else have we got to chat about? So I did in the last video that I voiced, what was I watching? And for this, nothing, because I'm doing the voice live. So I was watching nothing. Because otherwise there'd be like copyright issues and stuff, because there'd be copywritten material playing in the background. I could do what's paused on the TV, which is Prison Break again, because I was watching that while I was laughing. And I just kind of paused it because I'll carry on watching it once I finish this. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying that. That's my go-to at the moment when I'm downstairs on my own. And unfortunately, Mrs. D was back in bed by about 4 o'clock today, and I'm pretty sure I can hear that she is asleep. To be honest, I might not be that far behind. I mean, it's kind of late. It's like 6:30. But yeah, I did not sleep well last night. I got to bed quite late. I had a pretty massive spicy brain. I picked that up from Instagram. My brain was very noisy last night, and I went to bed way later than I would have liked to, and I did not sleep well. Still very noisy this morning, and I've had a very stressful day at work. I had a lot of meetings today and a few other things that are making work quite stressful at the moment, on top of all of the other stress lately. And people. If I didn't have to deal with, and one of the things I used to love about my job is I didn't really have to deal with people that often. And one of the prices of slowly progressing and being a bit more senior now is I have to deal with people. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it so much. No. And there's a few things that make it a bit more people-y at the moment, which kind of sucks. A cool thing. So earlier today, I had a very cool package arrive. One of my friends, I was chatting to one of my friends, a running friend, a few weeks ago, and he happened to mention that a friend of his made mead, so honey beer essentially. I think that's what this is anyway, and something that I had always wanted to try, and I mentioned that something that I had wanted to try, so I'll send you some. So he has, and it has arrived today. I am saving it for the weekend because I fully expect it will result in some sort of headache in the morning afterwards. But yeah, I'm super excited. It looks really nice. Sort of nice amber colour. So yeah, I felt a little bit guilty about him having to post it, but his wife does run a mail order business, so I'm guessing it's probably gone through as a business expense. So yeah. Maybe I don't feel so guilty. I don't know. Anyway, that was kind of cool. It was really nice of him to send it over, and I'm looking forward to trying it. So, right, that's that job done. Yeah, so if we have a look around the map now, so the cornfield is being mulched still. So we've got straw to pick up over here. We've got the grass to mow down in field 7. So if I jump down here, this needs mowing. It actually looks like it should have been nitrogened. So I've been slacking a bit there, but it's good. So we should be okay. We just need to make sure that we deal with that next time. I'm not too worried about taking a little bit of a hit on the yield there, really. We're going to get 80,000 litres off the field still anyway. And then we've got across the road here. I'm sorry, this is a very random video. I'm still getting back into the flow of things, really. So we've got canola here, looking at a pretty nice yield of canola. That should be pretty good. And then across the road over here, embracing my virtual farmer running around the map, we've got a rather nice field of sorghum. So yeah, probably next couple of videos we'll be getting those sorted. And then the other thing that I want to, do we have any straw? We've got some straw left here as well, so we've got a decent amount of straw. The other thing that I want to tackle at some point, not really tackle, is this guy is sitting at 25 hours, but was getting really expensive to repair. So I think I am going to, before we need to make use of said combine, just sneak this guy in and 26 grand to do the service. And we're going to ponder that, we're going to ponder that, because that's quite a bill. That's quite a bill. I mean, I guess it was a £500,000 combine, so that's what you get with a £500,000 combine. It costs a bit to do work on it. Yeah, so what else have we got going on here? So contracts wise, that's the other thing we should look at. Field 21 is a contract I want to pick up because that's wheat harvesting, so we can do that. I think these other big contracts are root crops, which at the moment we can't do, because although with those maybe we should. Did I install the Mark Thor? Let's have a little look, shall we? I'm just doing a bit of planning really today. It does not look like I've installed it. But I wonder if between whether those it's like 150 grand, 180 grand, that might pay for a Thor harvester. I'm going to gamble. I mean, we don't lose anything if we don't do them, I guess. And I'm going to accept those 4 root harvesting contracts. And maybe in the next video, actually, to do something different, we'll maybe see if we can. How many hours has the header got on it? I guess I need to go into here. Headers. 40 hours. We should probably service the header soon as well. But yeah, what I'm thinking is that maybe I think a lot of stuff is going to need a service. Yep. What I'm thinking is maybe we take a bit of a loan out, get ourselves a Thor root crop harvester, hammer through those root crop harvesting contracts, hopefully pay the loan back, and then we'll have ourselves a root harvester and we can get into doing root crops next year. So I'm going to call it a day here. Let me know what you think on that idea. I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. You are all awesome. And yeah, I will see you next time.